Scott, did you know that the horned dung beetle is the strongest animal on the planet compared to its body weight? Because imagine this, they can pull 1,141 times their own body weight. This is the equivalent of you pulling 6 double-decker buses full of people. That's one strong beetle.
That's one strong beetle, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? It's a lot of grip strength.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking about a horned dung beetle because the amount of grip strength you can get from our patented 3-position plier. And we are the only one in the industry that have a 3-position plier. So you're holding up the 47 ACF there. That's kind of the bread and butter of the line, what started the 3-position. And what I want you to do here, Jared, is just open that up to the 3rd position. We've got a nice little prop here.
There's 2.
There's number 2, right? Slide it right to 3, nice and easy. So drop that on that 1-inch pipe. What I want to show here is how close together the handle is for our plier compared to some of our competitors, right? And the reason that's important is because the closer the plier is, the more grip strength you can apply, right? So just think about it. If your hand is wide open and the plier is in the tips of your fingers versus in the bottom part of your palm and you're really grabbing a hold of it, think about how much extra power you're putting into that damaged fastener or maybe a cotter pin you're pulling out, whatever the application might be. So just kind of an interesting way to show just what that 3-position does for you.
I imagine like a mountain climber, if you got your whole hand on a rock or if you have just the tips.
Exactly.
Just like that, right?
Right.
So you're gonna get really good grip on whatever you're pulling, grabbing, twisting, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, if you're going up a mountain, you want your whole your full grip,
Yeah.
right? So moving right along then, we talked about the HJ last year, which is cool because it has the flank jaw right in the center of the plier. And this is new from last year. We have the 6-inch version of the HJ plier. And the grip range is still the same. It goes from 1/4 inch all the way at the 1st position, all the way up to 1 inch in the 3rd position. And again, that's the same in the 6 and the 7. The only difference is the length of the plier, and it's about accessibility. So we wanted to just give technicians just another tool in their box to be able to tackle whatever job it might be.
I'm seeing something new right here. These things look awesome. They look good. They're long nose, needle nose, the LN47 ACF.
You're right, these are new. So this is our 3-position needle nose plier. We are the only one in the industry with a multi-position needle nose, especially with it being a 3-inch. So that's unique to Snapon. A couple of cool features on this. The first thing we'll talk about is just the fact that the handle on this needle nose is longer than a traditional needle nose, because when you add that 3rd position, our thought process is you're probably going to use it to do some pretty heavy gripping. So we want to make sure you have plenty of area in your hand to grab a hold of that fastener, whatever it is that you're pulling out, and be able to put as much grip strength in as possible.
All right, let's move on to some technology here. I'm seeing the slide over here in that 3-position. It's inset. Why would you do that compared to those?
Right, so we precision machine the pocket here for 2 reasons. The first, and probably the most important, is to keep the jaws aligned at the tip, right? So as we talked about with our locking pliers, you don't want that thing to slip, because when it slips, you lose the grip strength that you're trying to apply through the handle. So when you machine that pocket, it allows us to put a precision pin in there to be able to hold that and keep it from deflecting. The second, which is more for user perspective, is it allows the user to move from positions 1, 2 to 3 and back, right? So it's much easier to be able to go from one to the other quickly and efficiently with one hand, because sometimes if you're grabbing a hold of something, you can't necessarily grab it with both hands and make the adjustments. So you want to be able to do that with one hand and do it smoothly and efficiently.
Now let's talk about the grip surface area right here, because there's 3 levels of serration.
Right, so all the way at the back, we have a straight cut aggressive serration. This is predominantly for damaged or rounded fasteners. So you're gonna be able to apply a lot of bite into whatever it is that you're trying to grab with that straight serration. Then moving into the middle of the plier, you have our patented talon grip. And what we've done here is made a more aggressive pattern of the talon grip. So maybe you don't want it to be as aggressive as a straight cut, but you need to be a little bit more grip than a precision talon grip, right? So we do that right in the middle. And then as you move all the way to the tip, that's where we get that precision grind talon grip. And that's really for, like I said, precise grip, or not wanting to damage a certain fastener. Maybe it's a piece of aluminum or something like that, plastic. You don't want to blow the thing apart, so you need to be precise with it.
Finesse, that's what it's all about.
Finesse,
there.
yep.
And with the, again, the long nose, the needle nose, let's talk about the machine here. I mean, this is a piece of art. It looks great.
Right, so the nose is a little bit wider than a traditional needle nose. Again, because it's a 3-position, you're gonna be able to apply a lot more force through the plier. So what we do is we cold form them, heat treat them, put them together, and then we machine the face of it so that when you go to pick up something from the side or from the tip, that you're going to be precise with that. The talon grip is gonna line up, the jaws are gonna be perfectly straight, and you can finesse that tool all the way at the tip or at the sides, and that's really important.
Alignment, technology, advancements. Also, this looks like a Barracuda with a really great dentist. It lines up just absolutely perfectly.
I like
and,
that.
Yeah, right. And remember, this is manufactured in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and of course, it comes with a lifetime warranty.